Dear Vice President Teresa Ribera, Minister, members of the European Parliament, dear friends, imagine you are all in 1883. There is a dust of like a big construction site everywhere, and you are standing there. You are standing there and you see a young guy, Anthony Gaudi. He has a blueprint in his hand. It's so complex, so radical that he knows that he was not able to finish what he's starting to build. He was not building like a church. He was defining like what could be the future. And it's clear that the force of Gaudi was a trust. He trusted the craftsmen coming after him, having the right skills, the right vision, and more exactly, the right tools to finish this masterpiece. Buenos dias, bom dia a todos. Today, we are standing more or less in the same city and at a similar modernist moment. AI is our new raw material, and finally, just like the Sagrada Familia, we are just in front of the future work in Europe. It's a masterpiece currently under a massive construction, and we need to work on it. It's bold, it's transformative, and to some, the foundation are a bit uncertain. AI is here. AI is here to be used. It's not this kind of like a distant maybe, it's a no. AI is not just like a new random technology. When it comes to the future work, it is the defining technology. It gives us like a massive opportunities that we did not see before. We expect that in the next 10 years, we can bring 8% of GDP to the European economy, 8%. We are talking about 1.2 trillion euros in the next decade. And of course, Spain will have to play a role. Unfortunately, AI adoption is not, I would say, like quick, or at least it's a bit patchy. 55% of the large companies are starting to use AI in Europe, but only 30% of small companies, 30. And you know, the small company, the SMEs, are the backbone of the European economy and the Spanish economy. I think it's 99% of the company here, so it's huge. So we cannot plan for any kind of Spanish adoption of AI without accounting with all these kind of small companies, from the winemaker in La Rioja to a bookshop here in Barcelona, or any kind of craftsman, in the south of Spain. For these businesses, AI is not about replacing them. It's about providing real tools that will help them to compete in the new digital landscape and to seize all the opportunities they could capture. As you can see, it's quite interesting because the ones that could benefit the most from AI are not using AI. And that's why we need to focus on them. We made recently a survey with INCO, it's an NGO. It's quite interesting. They made an analysis of all the job posting right now on the internet, and specifically in Spain. They made an analysis of 2 million job posting. And what's the conclusion? 22%, 1 out of 5, the entry-level jobs. They ask AI skilling. Meaning, like, if we want now to enter into the labor market, you need to have AI skillings. So that's why we need to focus on students and young professionals. I know that for many of you, like me, the word AI comes with like a very concrete question. What will happen to my job? But if you look back, history gives us like a lot of examples. History is not a story of I would say, replacement or subtraction. It's a long, long story of expansion. And of course, when you look back to the starting point of the conference where we said like French are very skeptic about everything. I'm coming from France, but I will bring some optimism. When it comes to AI, clearly, we will not lose our work. We will reinvent our work. And the truth is the technical shift is already there. but it's not a challenge we can't face alone. It's a collective mission. And at Google, we are committing, of course, to place the power of AI between the hand of all the businesses here in Spain and to be sure that they can shape the next century. That's why today we are not talking about the future, we are talking about the present. We are talking about the tools that will help people to succeed. And I'm proud to present AI Works for Spain. We are contributing to placing this kind of power or the defining technology between the hand of everyone that will shape what could be the next century here in Spain. And our commitments focus on 3 pillars. The first one is the next generation. We are partnering with tens of universities across Spain to ensure that students and young professionals, but also teachers, are not just like the observers of this AI revolution, but will be active participants. Starting this month in cities like Salamanca, Granada, Jaén, and also Sevilla, we will hosting master classes to be sure that we will reach thousands of young people before the exams and to be sure they are equipped. And of course, we are not stopping there. We are coming soon in Catalonia. In addition, a $1 million funding from Google.org will provide advanced AI skilling and career coaching to 6,000 university students to help them be prepared for all these kind of AI translated jobs. And we are starting with Seville, and the goal is to extend everywhere in Spain. I said the first one is the next generation. The second one is the current generation, the current workforce. We need to be sure that they are fully equipped and fully comfortable. That's why we are launching a new professional certification in Spanish next week, starting in April 15. And this launch is powered by our very tremendous partnership with Funday, with whom we already deliver more than 10,000 scholarships since 2021. We are adding 1,000 more scholarships, and the goal is to be sure that we are giving to Spanish workers all the support they need to lead all of us to the new AI age. And third, the SMBs. We need to be sure that those SMBs are ready, and that's why we are launching dedicated programs to help 3,000 entrepreneurs, small business owners, to be sure they can capture and be prepared for the AI revolution, and it's starting in May. Of course, as I said at the beginning, it's a collective journey. And that's why I have also 3 asks for all of you. 3 requests. The first one, please, give people permission to experiment. Regulation, we know that is necessary. But now we must provide very clear guidelines to everyone about what they can do, and not only about what they cannot do. 2, we need also to prioritize AI literacy at scale. Everyone, every worker from the factory floors to the ministry department, they need to know when they can trust AI and when human judgment is needed. And 3, SMB. We need to focus on the SME readiness. It's not enough to give them the best technology. They can use Gemini, is one of them. They can have LLM, but what they need to be prepared about the messy and very impactful organizational changes. The 3 asks, permission to experiment, universal AI literacy, and SME readiness are not just technical goals. They are the foundation of a new social contract for the digital age. Gaudi once said, tomorrow's world will be much more beautiful than today's. If we invest in the small business in Seville, in the students here in Barcelona, in Madrid, everywhere, we will not just automate the past. We will build a future that is more productive, more inclusive, and above all, more human. The tool is in our hands, and more exactly in your pockets. Now, it's time to build this kind of future all together. Gracias. Thank you very much.